Hello, friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. I thought I am called to return to continue to speak about spirituality. I want to discuss some ideas. The first one is that we have to deal with our emotional body. It's part of the human equation. And the emotional body doesn't know about the future, but it keeps replaying the past. And we do need to find some kind of healing. Or very often, this emotional body will repeat negative experiences from the past, and it's very important to not to let our emotion distract us from the truth of our soul, not to be overwhelmed by emotion just a guiding post to tell us if we are aligned or not aligned. Right now there's this powerful conjunction between Uranus and the Sun. It will create powerful shock on the whole collective society, whether they're conscious or not, and there is a lot of intensity to it, and will create an acceleration of the planetary ascensions. So we'll be a lot more able to handle interdimensional energies, not in a passing way like a flash of energy that we integrate, but as a permanent thing, permanent access. Understanding right now, patience is a lot more powerful than trying to force things into conclusion. We have to let go of the attachment, let go of having to control the outcome. And then the sun's going to be moving into Gemini, so he will definitely this year, this coming months will definitely be a very powerful assistant to unify twin flame, twin soulmates. There's going to be both on the physical and spiritual level. We may have counterparts on the spiritual that will descend, and we may meet people that are complementary to us on the physical plane. And those counterparts on the spiritual plane could come like from opposite gender, like the perfect complement, like if you're a man, the perfect energy, feminine energy, it could descend, but it can also be your own energy that descend to align you with a more elevated form of yourself. We all have an etheric double, an eternal self that is our perfect counterpart, that is beautiful. Our eternal soul is a beautiful being, and sometimes we wonder how can some beings of such a glory could ever want to have to do with beings such as ourselves that are so wounded and so imperfect and all that. But in truth, the soul has this grandiose energy, and it completely in much gratitude for all that we are doing for the whole, for the Creator. And so it's more, we are going to have a lot more recognition, and it's going to be awakening in relationship to the bond and the soul connection in relationship. People are going to start being more aware, and the soul, the heart and the soul is going to become more important within the life of other people. Will be able to recognize. For very often, not very often, but a few times, I met some deep soul connection in my life that I knew we had deep soul connection, but the person was completely in her mind, and just nothing happened between us because she was into something else. She was a purely mental energy. So, but that not no longer being possible. And there is this full moon in Gemini that is coming on the 26th, that will definitely we'll have to make a choice in relationship to timeline. Gemini is about choices. And so the solar flash will be an initiation. It is coming. We don't know when, but it is coming. Don't forget to call on the Christ when you can, or any other ascended master, but the Christ, Joshua, Jesus, is very to walk along with you. You'll see that his presence will enlighten you in relationship to what you're doing and the people you meet and all that. For all souls are learning and evolving through their own life journey, so it's important not to have judgment, to have trust, and to let them live their life. And if they feel the connection, they do. If they don't feel it, let them be. So it's just because fifth dimension energy, the paradise energy that we're looking for, is an internal portal, a doorway that it's about releasing the need to control the outcome as well, to surrender to the higher self. Um, and our connection to our heart and soul is more important than any seminar, any book, any teacher, any practice. All of that are very essential because everything assists. But eventually, it is our connection to our guide and to our soul and to our heart that is essential. For when we connect to our soul, we are connected to our guide, and when we're connected to our heart and our guides, we are connected to God. For it is our divine soul, is our eternal self. That's always been connected to the cosmic mind. Everything in truth is a grand simulation down here. This physical world is a grand hologram, the grand game of creation. But it does feel very real. It's all about universe within universe within universes, all created for for experiential reason. But our true self lives outside of all that, within the one field that includes all. There is only one field of energy that includes all, and that is the truth of God. And we're growing and learning from within that, whether we know it or not, whether we want it or not. But every other field, there is all kinds of universes that are separated, or realities that are separated within that one unity field. But we're reconnecting to that more and more just through our intention. We can make leaps of faith. Intention is in the quantum field. We can make a leap of 100 years into the future in one moment of time. We can traverse time, traverse space, just with our consciousness through the heart. So it's like an accelerator that is going on with this awakening of Uranus. And all the souls are being transformed in relationship to their choice. They arrive at a certain level of consciousness in a certain environment, and then if they make enlightened choice, they grow into higher, more beautiful, more pure, more better versions of themselves. But if they always make the lower choice, they become the lesser version of themselves, and eventually to turn into darker. It depends on each soul has a different program of evolution and growth. So understanding also that all that we ever dream, all that we ever want is already within ourselves, because there is I am present that possess all of that already. So it's just a matter of aligning and fulfilling the parameters of what that spirit is asking of us. Well, because we need to learn to master our inner environment in fifth dimension rather than in 3D. To master the outer environment, we need to master our mind, our emotion, our habits, our intention, and all that. So, because on the higher plane, our essential nature is just being. There is no need for. But here, the essential nature is serving. We are in the service. The more we can serve, the more we can receive. Because the more we can give, the more we receive. So it's very much about finding our own balance without having to strive for perfection, to strive for the light. Of course, when it comes to compassion, we don't want to wait till compassion people come back for us for our attention. We want to be voluntary in offering that, but yet to find the balancing things and not to allow ourselves to be exhausted by the demands of the world either. It's about finding the balance. And also creativity is also one of our primary aspects, just as God is creative, high and low. For in the fifth dimension, we have no need to want. We have all things, but we need to continue to creation. So this conjunction of Uranus and the Sun is happening at 27 degrees of Taurus. 27 is my personal life number. When you add up your day, month, and year of your birth, you have your number, and so it comes down to a 9 incarnation, but 27. So it's a specific significance for me, and so it's very much rather than striving to let go and let God instead, and to be submissive and to trust the process. Well, I hope this message will have resonated with you. I thank you not to forget to subscribe, for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope this channel will soon grow and will be able to interest more people. I'm going to be able to change all kinds of the form of those messages. The content will still be spiritual, but I'm going to, through a different form, I will be able, I know, to attract a lot of people that are very much attached to the form of things. This is more about content here. I thank you for your donations, and if you want a private session, you can send me an email if you want to discuss art. The card of the day is in between the worlds, same as in French. So we're really in this fourth dimension, and we already have, we're touching the fifth dimension, but we still have this third dimension. We can still enjoy both sides, about enjoying the ignorance as well, utilizing our ignorance for our growth and evolution, whatever we do not know. And once we know we do not know, we can start to learn something new. The higher wisdom is to trust, hope, faith, and trust. What we need to understand is peace. what we need to do is may the truth be. We need to continue to align with the truth and speak our truth, to be true to ourselves and to sign ourselves be true. And the outcome is going in circle until the soul and the spirit and God and decide that we've learned our lesson. We're going to go in circle. So it's about accepting the patience, accepting just to be and to be submissive, to understand the connection to the heart and to follow this guidance, our intuitive nature. Well, I'm going to finish with a song that went through my mind. I'm not really sure why this song went through my mind. It's about the fight that sometimes we need to, and about the tiger. It's called the eye of the tiger. Tiger is the fear. So when we can look at the fear, we transcend the fear. The fear is the enemy. It's a false. It's an illusion in truth, but it's really what as we transcend our fear, we become empowered. So the song is an old song from I think it was Rocky Balboa. I almost did an exhibition for him. He was doing painting in the 80s when I had my gallery in Santa Monica, and he was doing painting, and some mutual friend wanted me to maybe show his work. It didn't happen because I wasn't sure like the paintings were really spectacular or anything or innovative or anything, but he was decent, and he had great. He was very famous, and thought he could have been good for the gallery, but didn't happen. I never met him. Yes, I met him actually. I remember now. I met him at a party, and I was surprised he was shorter than me. I was expecting that he would have been taller than me. He was in a small club, Lhasa Club in Hollywood. It was for the birthday of a guy named a musician named Little Richard. I remember Sylvester Stallone. He was two tall blonde next to him. I was getting a drink. I turned around and said, "Oh, Stallone." But I didn't talk to him. It's funny. Those memories just coming back. Anyway, this song is called "The Eye of the Tiger." Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times it happened too fast. You change your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. Just fight. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all in the eye of the tiger. Face to face, out in the heat, hanging tough, staying hungry. They stalk the odds till we take to the street for the kill with the skill to survive. It's the eye of the tiger, is the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all in the eye of the tiger. Rising up, straight to the top, had the guts, got the glory. When the distance now, I'm not gonna stop. Just a man and his will to survive. It's the eye of the tiger, is the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all in the eye of the tiger, the eye of the tiger, the eye of the tiger. It's funny, sometimes those memories, Stallone was like a big star. He made this Rambo, and Rocky was like a powerful actor, a powerful personality. He's still around. And this party, funny, this memory of this party comes back. I met a bunch of Hollywood celebrity. It was at the Lhasa Club right below where I lived in Hollywood. The Lhasa Club. My friend Jean-Pierre Pocara and Anna Mariani, they had this little club, and they were throwing sometimes they would rent the club for private parties, and So well, I'm looking forward to go to Hollywood, to return to LA. So LA is calling me, just as New York also is very much also calling me. I feel New York coming pretty strong, so we'll be ready. Miami as well, and many other places in America. I'm really looking forward to return there. I've lived there for 20 years, and I have some friends, family. I have paintings also there. I want to get back and so on. So the card of the day is the enlightenment. We continue to allow this enlightenment, you here and now, and to imagine, visualize yourself as a Christmas tree, all enlightened as much as possible. Bring your light in. The higher wisdom is opportunity. When the opportunity knocks, it's important to walk through the door. Many opportunities are going to be coming up. What we need to understand is pleasure. It's okay to turn to pleasure. It's like for a long time we had to sacrifice certain pleasure in order to fulfill, to comply with the energy of whatever life or karma or anything we go through. But now we're returning to a life of enjoyment and pleasure. What we need to understand, we want higher pleasure more than lower pleasure. That's no. What we need to to do is wonder. So it's about to see extraordinary within the ordinary, to see the beauty, the truth, the life in people, in things, in situation, to utilize as much as possible all situations of our life to create opportunity, to open doors and get to the highest potential. And the outcome is purity. We're going to continue to purify. And I know like there is this purification is very important. I had to sacrifice certain pleasures I had in my life, but I'm a lot more present. Although sometimes it's very difficult. I had to give up certain habits just to be more present, to comply with my soul and spirit. But the sacrifice is worth it because I feel a lot more clear-minded, more present, and more anchored within my physical body. So it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be able to re-enjoy all kinds of pleasure I used to enjoy in the past, but from a conscious perspective. And so just always follow your heart. Well, thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.